you all had a chance to see my video or what the topic was going to be about today. But today is going to be about my girls who like it just a little bit more rougher than others. Now, this is not a kid's conversation, so I will give you all a few minutes to get the little ones up out of the room. I'm going to take a sip of my juice. I made a red drink today since we're talking about our more dark topics. It still just have champagne in it, okay? Because it's a little bit early over here, so we can only do mimosas in the morning. So you all will get this for Red Cup Friday, and when y'all get it, I need y'all to cut up with it. So y'all go get them kids up out of the room, and I'll give y'all a quick second. All right, so today's topic, and I do have my notes in my phone. Of course, I came prepared. I came with an assignment for you girls, so that's what type of time we on today, okay? So today we're talking to the girls who like it a little bit rough. Now, there's a little bit of a misconcept about people who like a little bit of pain with their pleasure, okay? There's something that you call sexual masochism, and then you have a sadist, okay? We're not into sadistic play. Some people are. That's not what this subject is about. This subject is going to be about sexual masochism, and I'm going to give you the definition. It says sexual masochism is intentional participation in an activity that involves being humiliated, beaten, bound, or otherwise abused to experience sexual excitement. Now, let me remove my glasses because I know right now you all are scared and you think I'm trying to take y'all to hell, but I'm not, okay? I am not referring to people who have had like experiences in their life that may have caused them trauma. That's not what this is about. This is simply about the girls who like a roughneck. That is it. That is all. Now, these topics are supposed to be thought-provoking. I am not telling anyone to go out and have sex. This is simply a platform where I can educate younger women, older women, women my age, where we share information and we all get educated and we learn how to have a better sexual experience, since usually that's not something that we're women are encouraged to do, but I am. So this can be informative for my young ladies who are not even sexually active. I am simply giving you all information so that you all can find out what you all like sexually, okay? So let's continue. Now, I told you all briefly in the TikTok that I have had a conversation with a coworker of mine. And so she was telling me about she and her guy and how sweet he was, and he was the perfect guy. But she said, girl, I need to feel that tomorrow. I said, oh, okay. And so if you don't get that, then she said she really gets, no pleasure out of it. Now, some women may not like this often, but it may be something that you want to play with. So, of course, have no fear. Your big sister is here. I'm going to give you all some tips and some tricks. Gentlemen, you all are welcome to stay as well because, well, y'all need some help, all right? And I'm just going ahead and throw this out as a disclaimer. And for any of my girls from Louisiana, New Orleans especially, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, okay? Because, bruh, if you're dealing with a woman from the South, especially New Orleans, we real spicy and saucy. So yeah, this lesson right here is going to be for you. She'll never say it, but yeah, we need a little, we need a little extra. We need a little extra with ours, okay? So, some women do not feel comfortable. My coworker said she was afraid of being judged by her guy had she told him that she wanted to be roughened up a little bit, right? And I mean, she wanted a little bit of extra, and I'm going to show y'all how to get that extra, or at least how to get the conversation started, okay? So, my first tip is going to be dress for the occasion, okay? Go dark. That's what this is going to be all about, right? When you want a certain atmosphere to be created, you have to have the look and the wig to go with that. With that being said, what does that look consist of? I would say wear you some leather. I would usually do a black or a red, right? Because your softer colors are going to be for something cute, but yeah, leather usually means you're going to bring out a whipper or something. but we're gonna get to that later on in the segment. For your shoes, you want to do either boots or booties. Fishnets are gonna look good in this sort of segment. They send out a message. You can wear a choker, and you can wear like a blonde wig or something outside of your norm. Now, the reason for this look is because this is for women who want like that kind of aggressive experience, right? Usually I find that your lace and your satins and things like that, they're really cute and they're really soft, but I feel like they go in their place. This right here, the look that you're gonna choose, the lingerie, this is gonna send out a statement, okay? So start there. Second tip, change your language. Okay, now, for all of my good girls, okay, this is how you're gonna really turn this up a notch or two. If you're a woman who usually, like, you're really, really conservative, you need to be a little bit more vulgar and direct with your guy, right? Okay, now I'm gonna give you a little bit of a subtle statement, right? But not too much, So now, the last time I gave you all a homework assignment, I told you all to send a text. So this time what you're gonna want to do is tell him something like, I just might choke you tonight, right? Yeah, I said what I said, and I mean what I said. That's what I said. That's what we telling them tonight, okay? So since when we send a picture, if you want to send a picture, or you have other suggestive ways of going about it, you can go on ahead and send a funny GIF. Everybody have them on their phone, social media, everywhere. Send out a funny gift, like with a BDSM, a dominatrix, something like that. Something seductive, give it a little bit of, a little bit of zhuzh. Or you can always tell your man something like, babe, I had a bad day at work, or I had a very stressful week, and I need you to get all of that stress up off of me, okay? And again, this all goes back into people who do this for pleasure. What we need to understand about sex is it is an exercise. It is just like going to the gym. When you go to lift weights, when you go to do cardio leg day, you're specifically focusing on attacking that muscle group in that moment. When it comes down to sex, sex can often be a very stress relieving activity. I don't care what nobody says it is. If you notice, like ladies, when when you put it on them, he usually okay, and that's because that release, the tension, the build up, the work that you have to do in between, all of that plays a role, and that's why you go to sleep afterwards, right? Because of the amount of energy that you exert. Okay, now the next thing is going to be initiate and take the lead. Now, ladies, we can't sit and act like little girls, okay? You're doing a big girl act. So you need to learn to take the lead. Now, the way I can allow a gentleman to know that it's okay to go a little bit rough, right? So, and not necessarily for me, I'm saying, let me rephrase that. The way I would suggest that you let him know would be to straddle your partner, right? That means you're going to be, Google it, okay? Y'all know what a straddle is, okay? Straddle a man, grab him by the neck while you're doing your thing, okay? And even for foreplay, it doesn't have to necessarily be like full on in action, but even during foreplay, like as you're maybe kissing on his neck or so, or his zones that he loves to be touched on, or whatever, chest, nipples, however you interact with your man, you're gonna want to go ahead and maybe like just add a little bit of grip on the side of his neck. And usually what's going to happen is, if you have an alpha male, believe it or not, honey, he's going to let you do it, because no one is usually crazy enough to try them that way. So he's going to allow it. Now, you have your more beta males who are not as comfortable. So they're usually going to get up and ask you, like, what is it that you're doing, right? An alpha male is usually very, very confident in their masculinity. So they're going to kind of let you get your shine on a little bit. They're going to let you, they're going to let you do you. They're going to let you do you. Yes. But like I said, now your man, right, may jump up and ask you, what is it that you're doing? And then usually they can sometimes swap and do to you what you just did to him. Either way, both outcomes work, right? And even after you have this experience with your guy, usually couples, if you're smart, especially when you do something new or you see something new, it should provoke the conversation so that your man could be like, oh, you know, you was on that type of time, and you're like, yeah, babe, that's how it's feeling. That's how the girl was feeling. Okay, now for the last tip, enforce his hands, and you can kind of guide him to what you'd like. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit more in depth, right? For those of you girls who participate in oral, some women like to be gagged during oral. We not judging nobody here. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Okay, so at the end of the day, you know, you may want to like guide his hand and put it on the back of your head as you're doing what you're doing. Also, you may want to go ahead and automatically put yourself into submissive positions. For example, if you want to do oral, maybe you should let him stand up, you squat in front, squat. Put your heels on, girl, because it's going to help your legs a little bit. It's going to give you that little brace so you can stay leveled while you're doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Get you some chunky heels. Now that way you can rest on the back. Okay, that's what you want to do, because that's what we're here for, right? Because you got to make sure that you can stay up while you're doing what you're doing. And then you can kind of put his hands on the back of your head. And usually when you put a man's hands on the back of your head, that usually tell him, all right, so I'm guiding. And then usually he'll kind of get in motion and start throwing back what it is that you need him to, you know, to give to you. Now, when doing these activities, you all need to know what's safe for you, okay? Some people may want to pass out. Not necessarily my thing, but there are some people who like a little bit more extreme pleasure or a little bit more extreme pain, and that may be their thing. Now, you know, usually, sweetie, when you feel the gag, a little bit of regurgitation coming on up, yeah, you might want to stop there. Okay, so fellas, make sure that you take it a little bit easy on your girl, okay, because you're not trying to kill her, but you do want her to get that satisfaction that she's looking for. Okay, and in other places, you may also be a person who like, you know, toys. Okay, and that's gonna bring me down to my last point. You want to go on ahead and start off slowly introducing props, because this is not going to be something that you just jump right into unless you feel comfortable enough to have that conversation with your man to say, I want X, Y, and Z. Right? So when I had customers that would come into my store, I would start them off with something like a paddle. The paddle would usually have wording on it that would say spank me, but I mean, I know your man knows, girl. If he don't know what the paddle means, child, girl, just leave him, because what is you doing? We're like, are you so stupid? Oh God, do I really have to spell it out for you? Because you're an idiot. Okay, so I would usually start them off with a paddle. Then I'm sure y'all heifers got cuffs, because everybody got cuffs, okay? So, you know, y'all be thinking that y'all doing something with the cuffs. But there are other things, right? Like I had a customer one time that liked to be hog-tied. She wanted the Boy Scout rope on up. Okay, see, now, sis, I need to be able to move around just a little bit, honey, in case things start going left. You know, it get a little sticky up in here. I need to be able to, you know, I got to be able to brace myself, girl. But hey, go for what you know. Like I said, this is a judgment-free zone. Do you, sis? Okay, so you want to start off with something like a paddle. Then you want to bring in cuffs. You may want to have foot restraints, right? You can bring those in. This is where you kind of want to step it up if you're more so into BDSM, and then you can bring in a dog collar. Now, I said what I said. I said a dog collar and a lead, okay? Because some girls like to be treated like a dog, and I'm going to expand a little bit on this, okay? The reason for the dog collar is usually for women who are doing the reverse, right? A woman who is usually a woman in power. The reason why people like to do, I guess you would call it what they call it, humiliating acts, is because it gives them a chance to come out of their everyday role. For example, I was raised as a church girl. And this is usually why people say church women are freaks, because no one wants to live in their same role every single day. No one wants that. No one. Do you understand? So a woman who is usually in power, it gives her a chance to submit and allow her to live in a position that she's not usually in. And a person who's usually really, really submissive, they usually want to do the opposite, and they want to dominate their partner, who's usually the alpha in the relationship. Y'all remember Usher said trading places? Yeah, that's what they be doing. That's the type of time they be on, just for a little bit of clarity. Now, for those of you who like to explore a little bit more on the dark side, you may want to try a little bit of role play, right? Before you go bringing out these next few items. Some people like role play. They like to feel like someone came in and took them. Like I know a lady who she liked to play burglar in her home with her man. And he would come into the window and like tie her up, restrain her, and that was their thing. Okay, so now this particular customer had graduated to another level. So these are the times when you want to introduce your gag, your whip, your masks. Okay, we had clamps that had weights on them for her nipples, and she did not find them like to be heavy enough because she wanted a bit more pressure. Understand that these are all things that are out there, ladies, and these are the things that you need to know about yourself. Don't allow a man to just handle your body in a way that is not pleasing to you. That's what this is all about. That's what I'm trying to teach you all. You all need to be mindful and careful with activities like that. Some people actually like to be punched or spanked or scratched, or some people like to be bitten. Some people actually like physical pain. It's a thing. Everything is not trauma based. Some people like physical pain and they get off on it. Okay. I've never tried to understand nor judge every sexual experience or type. I've just read books, and like I said, I like to know what's out there, because this is how you young ladies, especially to my young ladies that are new to sex, you all are just having sex or allowing someone to have sex with you. You will become more selective with the more information you have. If you like it, yay. If you don't, nay. Okay? And if bruh can't get on track, get rid of them. But if you married some this girl, I'm gonna pray your strength in the Lord. That's all. That's all I could do. That's all I could do, baby, because I don't speak against people's relationships. So this pleasure goes both ways. I need you all to also tap in with your partner, listen to him, and find out what it is that he loves as well, and you all go from there. These are the things that you want to open up the conversation for with your guy. So those are the few tips and tricks that I had that worked for my coworker and a couple of other customers. Like I said, I was able to start them off. Now, you do have things like the electric rake. I'm going to discuss those topics a bit later, because those are more BDSM, a little bit more of your hardcore sexual activities. And this enough for today. I'm going to let y'all digest this, okay? So girls, today's homework assignment is gonna consist of you sending a message and an explicit photo to your guy and you gotta be in full-on character, honey. I need you to bring out your blonde wig, your red hair. You don't really even have to switch up your hair. You just need to look like something more seductive than what you usually do. You need to let him know, like, I'm about to punish you. Or you can let him know, I want to be punished, if that's your thing. So we're gonna do that, and then I want you all to have a conversation with your guy. Now, ladies, for those of you who don't understand a few of the positions, right? One of my favorites to kind of give a man reinforcement is when you go like doggy style. but you have to put like your tummy to the bed, but you put the arch in the back. Okay, don't hoof it like a cat now. You got an arch, and then you put your hands behind. Usually that will signal a man to like hold your hands. Gentlemen, for those of you who need help on leading, usually this kind of play will require you to do like a little bit more of a rougher play. Like you may want to kind of put a face in the pillow, like put the hand on the back of the neck and like, you know, smash it to the bed. Y'all, this is real awkward because ain't nobody in here with me, so I'm just trying to lead y'all on how we gonna do this. Okay, fellas, up against the wall. Okay, whether from the front or from the back. Okay, either way can work. And like I said, you all need to make this fun. Y'all ladies, y'all need to give y'all man feedback. Let him know which of these positions are you willing to try. My thing usually is, if I'm gonna take the lead, I usually like to take the lead because I would rather show you than to allow you to stumble and piss the both of us off. Okay, so I say meet him at the door and catch him. Go straight into the squat and then boom. Class is in session. Okay? So you all don't have to do what I do. Like I said, this is just a thought-provoking topic. For those of you who don't know, you all can go into your store. Like I said, I've sold adult products. Other things are going to be coming down the pipeline that I'm not talking about just yet. So girls, that is my time. That's all I wanted to give y'all for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the topic. Y'all give me feedback. Let me know what color you wearing, girl. Is it going to be red lights? Is it going to be some leather? Oh, and don't forget, bring your playlist. Okay? And make sure that your playlist is a little bit, you know, aggressive and explicit as well, because like for someone like me, you know, I bring out 2 Chainz. girl, cause I say bring out some rap, and that's gonna already set the tone, cause he already know what type of time you on. Like I said, y'all don't judge me. I'm from New Orleans, baby. Okay, so we could cut up on 400 degrees. It don't matter. All right, we gonna get it in over here. So that is my time, ladies. I love y'all. If y'all have any questions, drop down in the comments. Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and keep it moving. I enjoyed speaking with y'all, girls. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all red cup. Always be fun. Always be safe. Always feel powerful in doing whatever it is that you're doing. Sweetheart, if you at this place in your life where you have a man in your bed, or whatever you have in your bed, because you know we have people of all genders, and again, this stuff is not gender specific. This is just what I specialize in. Okay, so y'all could do this with your girl, your they/them, your whomever, however, whatever. Okay, so like I said, just make sure that you always feel empowered, always feel informed. Look into the toys and the things that you are bringing into the bedroom. One last thing, make sure you have a safe word, okay? Because playing rough can sometimes get out of hand. Don't put things where they don't belong. Read the labels. We've had a lot of customers that would come into the store that we did have to refer to the ER. Okay, so just be careful. I mean, if you like to get all the way live. All right, so I'll talk to y'all next week, babies. Bye. Mwah. Love y'all.